I'm gonna eat some beef today. You motherfuckers get out my way, 'cause my name is Watchdog Central, bitch, and you know it. Did you know that you're fucking piffle shit? Of course you did. Fuck you bitches, have a nice day. Hey guys, welcome to Watchdog Central. Okay, so just before I start the video, I want to let you know that I'm sticking some videos on my vlog channel. I stuck one up the other day. I'll be uploading a few more on that channel. Links down below if you want to watch those videos, or if you haven't already subscribed, you can come over if you like me talking bollocks. Links down below. Okay, now I've got that shameless promotion out of the way. Meats. Do not eat bacon. Do not eat beef. Do not eat any kind of fucking red meat. It will kill you. Didn't you know that? It can give you cancer and you will die from it. Bollocks. You've got to look at it from a specific angle, a specific point of view. I look at it like this. Every fucking food in the supermarkets can do damage to your health. Every single food you can eat in the supermarkets can do you harm, can give you this disease, that disease. If you sat down and read every kind of bullshit on the internet, you'd be a fucking hypochondriac. You wouldn't eat nothing. You'd die of starvation. As far as the interwebs have, even a fucking simple basic diet of eating an ice cube for your dinner would probably give you cancer due to specific chemicals in the water, unless it's absolutely natural spring. You know, such a load of fucking shit. I'm sick of hearing about it. Bunch of fucking cunts, these people. Just, it's like scaremongering at its fucking finest. The news stations all rally together and trying to, you wonder who's trying to push these kind of agendas into people. You know what I mean? It's like, what is the agenda here? Who's actually pushing this message over to the news stations? Today is the day, all of a sudden, 2015, that we're suddenly going to let every fucking media outlet on the internet know that bacon's bad for you. That it can give you cancer and you can die from it. Do me a favour, yeah, and stop talking fucking shite. People have been eating this since the beginning of fucking dawn of time. They've been getting pigs, they've been fucking killing them. No fridges back then. Cutting them up, putting a fucking skewer through them, sticking them on a fire, roasting that shit like a fucking Tarzan movie and eating them there and fucking then. And they probably lived about 100 years each. There's been people all in the 1920s, 1930s, 1940s, all this cancer shit now. How many people are getting cancer nowadays? Why are they all dropping off with cancer now? Why weren't they dropping off with cancer 100 years ago? Why? Because of the fucking chemicals in the food. Because of the fucking shit in the food, the preservatives, the additives. These are the things that are giving people cancer. You want to look at, maybe stop looking at meat for a second, fresh fucking meat, and maybe have a look at cereals. You know, everyone said, don't eat meat. Meat's bad for you. Why don't you just have a little bowl of cereal, or have a bowl of cereal? Do you know how much sugar's in fucking cereal? Let me tell you something here. I don't go into the shop without reading a label. I don't. I don't care what I pick up. People probably look at me funny in the supermarkets now, because every time I pick up a food, anything I've never tried before, I read the label. I look and see what preservatives it's got, what additives it's got, the sugar levels it's got, everything. Salt levels. I look at fat levels. I look at everything right now. The fat doesn't bother me. The sugar levels up to a point doesn't bother me, as long as you eat it in moderation. Everything needs to be in moderation to have a good diet. It's as simple as that. I wasn't like this a couple of years ago. I was a lot heavier back a few years ago. I've only picked all this shit up in the last year and a half. But I understand that none of this shit was really taught to younger people. They, you know, they'll try and push the agenda with the meat, but they won't try and push any agenda that has anything to do with preservatives or additives in food. And that's the real killer, you know. It's the amount of sugar that you get. Okay, let's take a box of bran flakes, okay? A box of bran flakes. Now, let's say now I know this off the top of my head. A 45 gram bowl of bran flakes had, a year ago, 12.5 grams of sugar in most of them, in any supermarket you could go into. In the last 12 months, the Food Organization, a lot of people have picked up on how fucked up it is and the amount of people that have been getting shit like diabetes. They've turned around and they've reduced it by way under half. Now it's about 5 grams of sugar for a 45 gram bowl. Why aren't people looking more into sugar levels that's in every other kind of food in the supermarket, any other kind of additives or preservatives. Because if you look into the preservatives and you look into the additives and even the oils, like rapeseed oil and canola oil and the things that actually make up probably most of the stuff in supermarkets, like mayonnaise is made with rapeseed oil. And you look into the chemicals that's in canola oil, it was banned in 1947. The chemicals that were put into it were banned in 1947 because they gave fucking rodents, they gave certain rats and smaller animals cancer. They then reduced the levels over the years, but they're still pushing rapeseed oil and all these canola oil out to the general public. They put all this shit into people's foods. Everything in the supermarket can give you cancer. But you tell me, how come none of that shit's ever brought up in mainstream media news? They never go on about it. They'll go on about this. Look, this is a sirloin steak. If you eat too much of this sirloin steak, it can give you cancer. What about the fucking preservatives? I've never once turned on the news station, a media outlet, or anywhere on the internet and seen a mainstream organisation talk about preservatives in food and the dangers and chemicals that can give you cancer. Many years ago, when I was a child, they were going on and they were banging on about cholesterol. They were banging on that cholesterol's bad for you, cholesterol's bad for your heart. Duh, okay. We all know that if we eat like 10 tubs of butter a day for 20 years, chances are we're going to have a heart attack. But if you eat butter in moderation, even if it's got high cholesterol in it, as long as you exercise, you'll last a long time. What they did was, it was someone trying to push their little agenda through so they could turn around and get everyone to go out and buy low-fat butter, low-fat margarine, St. Ivel Gold, which is supposed to be so good for you, so much better than there's all this high cholesterol. But then you look at the ingredients in it and it's full of shit like aspartame, you know, these kind of preservatives that are added to it to reduce the amount of fat. Only problem is these kind of additives and preservatives actually speed up and can guarantee to give you stuff like fucking cancer, diabetes, all kind of fucked up diseases. You know, drinks like this, for example, which I don't drink all the time, but I bought a bottle today. It says Pepsi Max. Now, I know that the aspartame in this, it's called aspartame, it's a bad chemical for you and it's been linked to cancer. Lots of people say that there is no actual proof of it, but regardless, I still try not to drink too much of this. I very rarely drink these kind of fizzy drinks, period. All I ever drink for the last year and a half mainly is fizzy water, so I can get that rush, or it's like a rush, but there's no sugar in it at all. I said there's no sugar and there's no fucking low sugar in it, so basically it's the healthiest option would be for me to drink that. And getting back to meat for a second, eating stuff like this is not going to kill you as far as I'm concerned. There isn't really too much of a problem with stuff like steaks. Obviously, if you eat anything in moderation, like I stated, read it anyway. You can eat anything in moderation, you stick to a specific diet, you can keep your body going, you know, less dangers of everything, basically. You know, I was dieting, I dropped like near enough 6 stone in about 5.5 months, and I was eating mainly chicken, salmon, along with vegetables and water, and that's all I basically ate for 5 months was chicken and salmon, chicken and salmon, chicken and salmon. I went back to my doctors for a checkup. I was actually the healthiest I've ever been. You know, dropped over 6 fucking stone in weight, boom, like that. I even had to put on about 1.5 stone back in weight because I was too bony and people thought I had some kind of a fucking disease. But at the time, it thinned me down. I got where I needed to be with it. But I don't have a problem with eating red meats. I mean, I don't usually touch red meats that much. You know, I usually stick to stuff like chicken, only because, not for health reasons. Well, I suppose up to a degree because it's leaner meats and it's better for you. But I tend still, so I had some cheeseburgers tonight. I had a couple of cheeseburgers, and I fucking love cheeseburgers. I love them like that. But I don't eat them that often. You know, I have them like once a month, once every 6 weeks or something like that. But I don't have a problem eating that kind of shit. I personally don't believe that there's any dangers to eating meat. I think a lot of it's just force-fed bullshit from the media, and I think it's just mainly just scare tactics. Either that, or you've got people on the internet who are trying to bully people into believing that, you know, eating meat is wrong. But then you look behind the motives and you find out they're either fucking die-hard vegetarians and they just don't want to hurt the poor little animals. That's how I feel anyway. Anyway, I'm going to end the video there because I don't want it to go on for too long. Anyway, my vlog channel's down below. check it out. If you don't like it, whatever, if you do, subscribe. I shall see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.